Hello and welcome back to Rule the Waves 2. We are playing with the Imperial German Navy in the 1900s start, and we have left in a major fleet battle against the Russian Navy. So as far as I remember, it's just about finishing it up without making the mistake of being torpedoed unnecessarily. But from what I remember, the battle was basically won. And we see, I need to check here, it's some time. Okay, this one will probably go down. Should maybe set it at 0 speed, I don't know. And there's still a lot of his ships on the way. Okay, I need to reorient myself. I think those are all, yeah, there's 1 DD, okay. We should move away here and then start retiring to make sure our losses don't get too big, because what I see right now is a resounding win even if we lose that one pre-dreadnought, yeah, the Braunschweig. But this is a phase where being too greedy might lead to an unnecessary loss. The torpedo of a destroyer can still do damage. So let's check here. How much ammo do they have? Yeah, they're basically out. So this one is very slow. We should probably try to take this one out as well and then run. What is going on here? Okay. That was a little risky, but I guess he was already out of torpedoes, so let's go back to cruise speed here. And maybe go here. This here now. Okay, it's a battleship, yeah. We should try to take this one out as well. Okay. Destroyer has struck a mine. Yeah, I guess that one is done. Can't even select it. Okay, no. Flooding and 94% damage, yeah. That won't make it. But a destroyer is and that's a destroyer's job. Yeah. Been busy lately, and currently I've lost all motivation to play World of Warships. I think I have like 5 or 6 tries. Damn it. Yeah. That's not good, and the Brandenburg will go down. That was what I feared. An unnecessary loss here, but then on the other hand it's an obsolete ship. So it shouldn't hurt too much. Let's detach it, reduce speed and hope for the best, but I don't think it's there's anything left now. So yeah, I've lost motivation of World of Warships. I think I have like 5 or 6 games in the current ranked season. So I'm not even trying to keep my rank 1. And I haven't played a single game in the last 3 weeks. So I played a little Rule the Waves, that's all I did in between. But always for a shorter period where it wasn't really worth streaming. But I wanted to finish this series before I can continue. I'll do something else. But yeah. So how have you been? You still playing World of Warships? You've trying your luck with the rental ships and ranked? Driving the pros crazy? Okay, he's hit by a torpedo, that's it. Perfect, now we can move away. Let's try. Let's see whether I get the Brandenburg, I think it was. Brandenburg, yeah, whether it'll survive, but it's even on fire as well. So, yeah, that's it. Too bad. Unnecessary. Yeah, I mean the matchmaking in World of Warships has turned so bad, and to me the introducing carriers and rental ships in ranked was like... And have you seen the notes of the development blog? They are currently saying they think about introducing semi-armor piercing shells that have a higher armor penetration but higher damage as well. So basically they are about to introduce gold ammo like in World of Tanks. At least that's what I expect. Okay, now let's finish this up. I think it should still be a resounding win. The Kaiser might not be pleased though, because I've lost at least 2 battleships. I can't remember how much more. Yeah, there it is. 3 actually. That's a little bad. And one of them has been unnecessary. Yeah, I think making players pay to even shoot is ridiculous. But that's how it might end. Okay, 2 prestige gained, and the Kaiser didn't complain. Very nice. So double the amount, and from what I've experienced is that you actually can do invasions without having 4 times superiority. So let's try and get an invasion going in the Baltic states. Because they are in range, aren't they? Yeah, I mean, it's just... They want to milk the player base as much as they can, which is their right, but I am not going to join in that. That's just not... I don't think it's... the way the game is turning to is I see it very critically. But at least I mean I can play other games, as we can see. Okay, so as far as I remember, design study for a new battleship. Can't even remember that. It's quite some time. As far as I remember, I was pretty short on destroyers, but this should be solved now. Now I have 4 centerline main turrets. That is now the battleships will start to look like real battleships. Coastal raid, I mean their fleet should be mostly done with. Let's check here. Russians, they are building 2 battleships, and they have 5 battle cruisers. Okay, that's a lot. And I actually only have 6 pre-dreadnoughts left either, so they are equal in numbers. My superiority is rather more limited than expected. Well, we'll have to see. Let's just see it. Okay, it's a coastal bombardment. This is a very... I think it's bugged. The developers should do something here. If the nighttime comes, let's see, it comes in 4 hours. Okay, if it comes before you've reached that point, you actually... it's quite possible that you don't even see the target, so you can't bombard it. Which is, in my book, quite stupid. Okay, a transport ship, so that's 3 victory points. A merchant ship. We just basically kill it while we're moving to the bombardment target. Yep, and he's done. No. Now just killing the bombardment target, perfect, and I think we're immediately going back. Chasing for his ships here isn't really like worth it in my mind. Okay, but there they are. Okay, let's go full speed to increase maneuverability and make it harder for them to hit. That looks like a lot of destroyers, so I should probably be rather careful and change course quite often. It's heavy rain, so the visibility is down to 7,500 yards. Okay, that's a light destroyer, light cruiser. 2 submerged torpedo tubes. Only 2 main guns. God damn it, that's a weak design. Well, let's make... Ah, damn it. I hate it. Usually if you hit the spacebar, it's only one tick. Occasionally it goes in autoplay. And I'm pretty sure there are a lot of torpedoes coming now, so let's have them all turn at once to increase the chance of getting away. Yeah, and it looks like I might be lucky. Even got one of the destroyers. Now let's finish off the what is it? Veliki Knyaz Konstantin. Well, I might somewhat know how to spell, how to say French names and English names and Germans, but Russian is rather guesswork. But I don't think I'll have many Russian viewers, so it doesn't really matter, I guess. Okay, so hunting the destroyers doesn't seem to make any sense, so let's just go back to cruise speed, turn south. That light cruiser is a wreck, we can ignore him. And as soon as he gets unspotted, we should be able to go back to ultra fast. So and now nighttime is even coming, so the game will end soon. This battle. Nice addition having the light cruiser sunk on top. And now it's just waiting for the victory in the war, because I don't think the Russians can do much more, even if they're... I mean, I'll have to check when their battle cruisers are finished. But I'm pretty sure they've just started building them. So time is about to run out. I don't want to get too close to ports, because increasingly there might be mines. 2 destroyers actually sunk. I only realized that I had sunk 1. Well, that's a nice outcome though. No losses whatsoever on my side. Gained one prestige once again. Okay, so we got 1 battleships that we can build. I have no idea how the design even is. Let's check. 2 center. I don't think I have super firing B turret yet. So that is probably one of the best designs I could have, except maybe a 4th in the middle. 3-inch deck is pretty good. Yeah, let's build 3 of them. It's a little deficit, but the von der Tann and Göben are done pretty soon, so I'll have free budget. Oh, okay, the army apparently failed in their offensive. 1,000 victory points for the Russians, but I don't think that should be a big issue. And they want a negotiated peace, but I think the war is going fine. I hope Italians don't join the war. That would be a bad thing, but I'll just risk it and continue the war. Convoy attack. Own forces in the air. Damn it. I completely forgot I tried to invade the Sakhalin. Not the Liaotong Peninsula with Port Arthur. Yeah. That's probably more easy to do, as the Russians don't have a single ship here. So let's do that invasion first before we go for the Baltics. And I lose a pre-dreadnought by a mine. Well, that's historically accurate. I think Togo has lost several battleships in the war against the Russians through mines. Cruiser action. Now they suddenly have a strong force. Okay. Might be misidentified though. They decline battle. It should sink it, because my protected cruisers are so much stronger than anything he has. And 2 more turns and I got my first battle cruiser. So cruiser action, accept. Yep, perfect. Gives nice points. Let's try here. Okay, so this happens. this battle is actually happening. Just speed up. A night battle. I probably won't even find them. Yeah. Well, I don't mind. It's funny they cancel despite being so close. But I guess the game is nice enough to realize that there's no way we are going to meet, so it saves me the time. Okay, let me check here. So this all looks fine. Liao Tung, the 2 battle cruisers. What design are those? Well, very weak design. Well, we'll take what we get. The first one is done. Yeah, let's send a revolutionary. Our workers and soldiers won't be unhappy with the Kaiser, so it's not a big German ship. Yeah, to resolve. Both damaged. Okay, so they won't even. I don't see a big issue in that. Yeah, I've seen it. I've seen the USS Indianapolis story. I think it's like 10-15 years ago or so. I watched, maybe even longer. I watched the movie. Pretty nice movie as far as I can remember. And here it's working up because it's still poor, but I think as my fleet is so much superior, and this ship should be superior to everything he has, I can immediately put it into the active fleet, even though the crew is very weak, as all they will face is pre-dreadnoughts and they are superior to them. Usually if you leave it as it is and working up, they'll just, I don't know how long, several months will pass until they are turned over to the active fleet, and the crew quality, I don't know if it's good or fair, but at least it has improved significantly. So now let's check what they're building. 17,800 tons. I can't see the design yet. Those are 20,000. I think it's probably three turrets in the main center line, and as we can see, the earliest one is 1909, so next year estimated. And those are in 1910. Well, I might face them if the war is long enough, lasts long enough. Well, we'll have to see. Okay, I have a surplus. The next one is coming soon, and then I'll have to check. Oh no, with the revolutionary sent, the war should be over pretty fast. Enemy raid on shipping. Yeah, let's accept that. He doesn't. Battleship engagement. He doesn't. And it's free victory points without risk to my ship. And the next battle cruiser. Enemy submarine has torpedoed the Vert. Not ideal, but okay. And now cruiser action, and I think I should already have a chance to use the battle cruiser. Yes, perfect. Well, let's see, and we already have a visual. Perfect. Speed up and let the von der Tann show what it's best at. It's breaking off, I guess. I guess I need to check the settings for the stream, because I see, what is it? Yeah, I see the quality is looking fine to me, and seems to work as intended. Yeah, so from what I see, everything is fine. Okay, we are facing one heavy cruiser, one protected cruiser in this time frame. 4 6-inch guns and 14 in casemates. Okay, but the armor is extremely well. It's okay, I guess, but no competition with my von der Tann. So that should be pretty short. All I need to do is make sure the destroyers don't sink it, don't hit me with a torpedo. but it's slower and less armored and has less guns, less firepower. So that shouldn't be an issue. Let me check here now. It's some time since I've seen it. Yeah, 12-inch and 2-inch. 6 12-inch guns. That should be done with pretty fast. And he's already slowing down, I think, at least. Okay, this is a little risky. It's getting me too close to them. Interestingly enough, he's still going. I still haven't been able to sink it. But I think it's actually shooting, at least in part, on the destroyers. Oh, well, there are hits on the Oslia Baya as well. Okay, now it's definitely slowing down further, I think. Let's see. Medium damage, on fire, and 15 knots. Yeah. Shouldn't be too long now. But that is the weak design with only 3 main turrets. Only 6 guns isn't much better than the pre-dreadnoughts. So that is a pure intermediate design that will hopefully be replaced in like 7 years or so. I might use the hull for maybe an aircraft carrier rebuild, something like that, but with only 12-inch double turrets and only 3 of them. That is not a very strong design and doesn't have really modernizing potential. And as we see, it even takes ages to sink that one protected cruiser. It's still going. I might send in my destroyers though. Let's do that. No point holding back. Yeah, now he's slowing down, so now suddenly we're getting more hits. Obviously the slower a target is, the easier it is to hit. So he should be done now. That destroyer is basically almost dead as well. Hey there. And in this regard, yeah. And now he's even hit by a torpedo and another one. So that battle should be over anytime. And then we have to wait just for the revolutionaries to do their job. So we can choose what we take, which spoils we're going to take. No name, how have you been? It's been kind of busy here, so that's why I haven't streamed in a few days. But let's see when I can continue, because we all want to see how the mighty Imperial German Navy rules the waves, don't we? Okay, I don't think it's chasing that. It doesn't seem to be much of a point. So let's just break off. Even if I sink him, it's barely any points. So there's no reason wasting my time trying to kill that one. Just race away, finish the battle, take the victory points, and wait for the revolutionaries to do their job. Okay, good. Another major victory, but it would be nice if I finally had an invasion at Port Arthur. Okay. So working up, let's put that one in active fleet as well. I don't think there was anything for them to rebuild, right? No. Because I usually like, if I have one that is in the shipyard this long already, I usually use that, send that one to be rebuilt in a war. And we don't want peace. Well, not without them handing over a lot of territory at least. Russian raider has been scuttled. Perfect. Fleet battle. I don't think they'll accept. Yep, they aren't. Another auto-resolve. Oh, escapes. Okay, I guess it's faster because my cruisers are strong enough that this shouldn't be... I don't have to fear anything right now. And we're continuing the war. No reason to wait. And I finally have superimposed B turret. Now that is when the battleships start looking modern. So apart from engine and armor advancements, I can now build ships that look like modern ships. Hanover has been hit by a mine, but at least it's not sunk. Let's see whether they are... No, they are declining battle. Good. Convoy defense. Who is the attacker? Don't even know. Well, let's see. They decline battle once more. Cruiser battle. They decline. Perfect. So I get my victory points for free. I think it's... What do I need? I'm building 3 additional battleships. I'll have 7 by then. Probably need more, but I also need more battle cruisers. So let's design a more modern battle cruiser for start. For starters, superimposed, double turret, forward superimposed. Well, this would be even stronger, but I don't think I can afford something, or I should afford something like that. Let's see. Okay, we have 32,000. Well, I actually can afford it, but the armor is extremely weak. Deck 2.5. I would like to have 3-inch deck. That allows even some modernization. Yeah, I think I need to get rid of those turrets. I mean, actually, I don't need torpedo mounts. And 11.5-inch already looks pretty decent, to be honest. What I should do, though, is probably wait. There is aft centerline superimposed is a little lighter than aft superimposed. Well, it's only 10 tons here, but 10 tons is 10 tons, I guess. And it still has the same firing arcs, so no reason not to use it. 11 tons. So I could reduce some... turrets are far too weak. No. Okay. No point trying to make this design work if I have to compromise an armor. So I want 12-inch here, and let's make it 13-inch here and give it 4-inch. And I can probably even go... No, I can't. Okay. Deck extended. Yeah, let's increase the secondaries. Now this has 3-inch deck. So if I add armor later, I can have a 4-inch deck. And that is almost usable until the late 30s or something like that. 13 inch is a little weak though. That is a problem. And unfortunately, I don't think I have... Do I have triple turrets? No, I don't. Yeah. So I can't turn that. Triple turrets would be perfect because I could rebuild them to something like 16-inch double turrets later. But trying to build something that is usable throughout the game is almost impossible anyways, most of the time. Okay, so we have 26 knots. That should be enough. Let's just give it more secondaries then. 5-inch, 3-inch are pretty good. Wait, 5-inch are pretty weak. Yeah, let's give it 6-inch and fewer of them. 12 are 6 per side. Let's make it 7. And some 3-inch. Or should I give it main armament? Main ammo. Only 5 shells. No, I mean, it's always nice to have more shells. And in Ruler Waves 1, I would like to... I usually gave the ship designs 150 to 180 rounds, which you can use in long battles. But in the end, I don't think it's worth the wait. So I'd rather give it some secondaries. Or could I give it some more armor? That might be another option. Let's see. Because the secondary 3-inch isn't that useful anyways. This I can't. 5 inch is pretty strong. Yeah, let's do this. Give it 8 3-inch guns on top. Multi-class. Yeah. Narrow belt. What? What was that? Ship has a narrow belt. Oh. Oh. That's why. That's how it worked. To have all this weight. Damn it. Okay, let's... narrow belt isn't really what I want. Let's go down to 3.5 inch. Turrets to 12. Turret top to 3.5. Narrow belt. Yeah, I don't think I... And let's go the secondaries down to 4 inch. I mean, it's not supposed to brawl anyways. So I think we can afford this. 12 inch isn't too strong. 11 inch is rather weak too, but in the end it's a battle cruiser. Even though I want to build them strong enough to fight enemy battleships, in the end you have to make compromises. Okay, torpedo defense is 1, speed is good, armor is okay. I mean, right now it's really strong, but the potential to keep it in the future is limited. But in the end, that's always a thing here in this game, and in reality it was as well. So I guess that's okay. One more Russian radar is taken out. Okay, there still has a lot of ships going. Small engagement. Yeah, they can't muster. I don't think they have battleships here. That must be complete misidentification. Yeah, from what I see here, apparently they have nothing at all. And they can't send anything because their home base is Europe, and I'm blockading them, as we can see here. So they can't send reinforcements. And finally the invasion in Liaotung. Great. Okay. Well, that's not a very a 15 inch. Okay, that is pretty strong. The armor. Oh god. That's a ship I want to face in battle. That armor, that's the armor of a protected cruiser, of a weak protected cruiser. Yeah, so this is like very nicely done by the programmers to make the battle cruisers like they were historically. Turrets only 7.5 inch, so these ships will blow up like nothing if you face them in a... Wait, there's a battle? Okay, they actually do have ships here. Okay. I need to sink transport ships. I guess... Well, we'll see. I'm kind of surprised that the battle is happening, but I guess I will face ships that are set by him for trade protection. And I think they are like just appearing wherever the game wants it to. Okay, so he has a light cruiser here. 8.6 inch, 2.5 inch. And I think those are only my colonial ships. Yeah. So his ship is actually stronger, but we have 2. So I guess I need to get in close. No, I need to do... My mission is to sink transports. Let's just charge the transport. No point in trying to gun it out with a cruiser that is at least individually superior. But he maneuvers pretty nicely, keeping himself between my targets and my ships. So we'll have to face him in the end, I guess. Well, moving away. Destroyer here. Just need to be careful about the destroyers now. Change course a lot, so he doesn't manage to torpedo me. Now let's just charge into the transports. So I'll get the kills I need. Okay. Okay, perfect. Mission accomplished. That destroyer is a little too close for my comfort, but I can probably just turn away. How much damage is that one? Not at all, because it's just like if guns fail like this one here does, the damage is displayed. This here, the red line. Okay, I could go for more. I think I'll just risk it and go for more transport ships. Okay. I hit him actually quite a lot. The good thing is the firepower of all the large number of guns will be kind of a slight advantage. I have a higher chance of damaging something on top of him, because 4-inch should be almost enough to do damage against his weak armor. Well, let's go for the transport. That's easy victory points. Especially if they are unprotected, just charge right through them. A little careful about potential torpedoes. This is a heavy cruiser or projected cruiser in this era. This is actually potentially yeah. Well, those are 5-inch. Okay, I guess they were 5-inch too in the other one I saw. I might have just misidentified him. But yeah, that's a weak one, but no doubt he's stronger than mine. So I guess one last drive through. Yeah. Let's now move up and then run. Maybe those two will get those two and then. Okay. Interesting though that the AI doesn't seek the battle. He had superior forces here, no doubt about that. But apparently he doesn't want to. So now let's try to just get away undamaged without any problems. I could get some more points by picking up survivors. I actually want to disengage, so let's not do this. Perfect, we're out of sight. I don't think the AI calculates the course you've taken lastly, but I don't know, so I usually change course when I'm unspotted. And as we see, they are all both lightly damaged. Wait. How is it possible that I identified a protected cruiser and they didn't have one? Interesting. That is, it might have been misidentified, I guess. Well, still a resounding victory. Well, yeah. I slaughtered a lot of freight ships. I guess my main can be proud of themselves. Okay, so Liaotung Peninsula invasion is going. Time to try for the Baltic states. Because I don't think, no, in this phase I can't invade anything else in the Far East. Widespread demonstrations. I just have to hope now that the fight in Liaotung is finished before the before the peace is signed, so I get Liaotung on top of what I can force out of them through the peace treaty. Fleet battle after fleet battle, that's a lot of victory points you get for free, because he declines battle. Very nice, 53,000 to 18,000 now. Okay, we are the dockyard has been finished. Thing is though, I now have 14-inch guns, even though they are -1. So it might be worth considering to build the Moltke with 14-inch, because you can always upgrade them later in a few months. And the bigger size allows for more potential, but I think I'll just continue it. Because this, even with 14-inch guns, this design will not be strong enough to have a huge potential for the future. So I guess I should just build something for now and for the next few years, and just accept that it will be converted to an aircraft carrier or scrapped in a later phase. It's always I always try to do something that can be used like eternally, but unfortunately that's not how reality works. Okay, what is the mission? I don't even have a mission. Okay, this should be a far inferior ship, unless he has a new superior class of cruisers. Let's see. Yeah, it's the same design, weak armor, even slower than me. I mean, 9,400 tons, so that's why I invested initially in the 14,000. The game sends me in a 1v1, but I'm vastly superior. The only chance he basically has is to torpedo me. I'm faster, I'm far better armored, and I have far better armament. So, yeah. He's burning, he's slowing down. Just need to change course, make sure I'm not getting torpedoed. And he's done. Yeah. Okay, I could look for more targets now, but then again, I think it's just a question of time. I have more than enough victory points for a resounding victory. So all I need to do now is just wait for the revolutionaries to do their job and execute the Tsar. I wonder though if it'll change the flag, so the whole system, or if it's just like the game has the events that changed Germany, Italy and Russia towards the historic dictatorships in the 30s, but in the 20s and 30s. But the question is, if I now have something done by a revolutionary, will it change Russia already to the Soviet Union? I have no idea. Well, we might be able to find out pretty soon. Okay, still continuing here. I don't think I have anything to do right now. This looks fine. Yeah, let's just continue. Our forces have taken control. Perfect. Now Liaotung is mine. And okay, that was a perfect timing, because now Liaotung is mine and they immediately force peace. Unfortunately, only a weak peace agreement. If they had executed their leaders, the Tsar, I would have been able to actually choose one ship as reparation, which is a nice touch, even though only one ship is a little weak if we compare it with historic agreements, but still. And I could take Sakhalin or Kamchatka. Kamchatka has more points, but is another sea zone I need to defend and fight. Yeah, I'll still take it. Okay, Moltke is ready for construction. Let's do not now, because before I can start I have to see how much of the budget I'll actually have left once I put every ship I can into mothball and reserve fleet. So war is now pretty far away. I need to send the ships from Southeast Asia back, but I think I can actually scrap the dreadnoughts. I might be able to. Let's send all but one, all but two. No, three. One of them should go to Northeast Asia, to Northern Pacific, where I now have Kamchatka. This one, North Pacific. Where is it? There. Yep, like this. Perfect. Let's build bases here, and let's build some 6-inch coastal batteries for defense. And those are all mothballed now. Okay, let's mothball as many of them as well as possible. And I think I'm actually 14,000 tons and pretty slow. I mean, I could turn one of them into a light carrier design, something like that later. And I think I just mothball them at least until the battleships are done. That should be enough. I don't think they'll... I mean, as long as the majority of the others still use pre-dreadnoughts, I think having some of them myself isn't like such a bad choice. They've commissioned one, okay. So let's see how are their battle cruisers. 8-inch, 11-inch is a little weak on the weak side, but on the other hand, armor could be a little stronger. They could be a little faster. I think they set the focus on firepower here. Not the worst design, I guess. Okay, what is the most likely enemy in a future war? Whose possessions would I like to get? French? No, Italy, Japan, USA. Let's just do a generic answer for everyone. Okay. I mean, it would be nice to fight the British to get the possessions here, but British is always pretty tricky, especially in the colonies. Yeah, well, there's still a lot of French colonies to take. So I think I'll focus on the French next time. Okay, so I have 3 million surplus. That should allow for 1 von der Ton. Yeah, actually it does. And I have 88 million. That allows actually for 2. Let's build 2 von der Ton. It's the old design, damn it. Multi-class is the new one. Okay, that's 7 million now. 3.5. Yeah, I think we can still afford it. Especially as there will be events for more budget. And I have a huge amount on the bank. On the banks, yeah. There's already the first budget. Let's bring the person responsible for the murder in the Balkans to justice. Now just continuing. Oil in Fiji, well, I don't... Wait. Lowers. The Kaiser is displeased, damn it, because I don't have enough cruisers and battle cruisers in service. 140, because those maniacs build ships, build those like crazy. How big are those? Over 20,000, okay. So I'm building 4 right now. Where is it? This is only 114 and this is 100. Yeah, actually we are the weakest here. God damn it. I don't think I can change this anytime soon unless I stop the production here, which I don't really want to. And 1.2 million deficit is enough, but twice more budget. That's good. Let's buy it. ASW. Let's just start another one. We can stop it later, anytime. Okay, looks like the French are looking for trouble. New ducts completed. Immediately increase until we are at like 50,000. Yeah, let's sell more ships. Secondary gun turrets in battleships, so they have more range and more firepower in this regard, and turrets are less troubled by high seas, so the secondary is more usable. I don't think I want war with the Russians again right now. Yeah, the French look for trouble, definitely. The Russians want to buy the ship design. No, we keep this to ourselves. Because this is like actually a really important design decision. If I allow them to build 4 turret ships, with whom? With Italy, yeah, whatever. If I give them the possibility to have 4 turret ships, the design itself can be adjusted and they might bring 2 more guns to bear. So I think this design, like the number of guns in a turret, And the number of turrets, that is something I usually don't sell. Okay, I could ask for more trouble with the French. How strong are they? They have 5 battleships against mine, but mine are heavier, so probably stronger protected. My 3 with them, I have a good superiority. The 2 battle cruisers I have are heavier as well. I think I can take them on. Probably need cruisers soon. No, I'm stronger there too. Yeah, I think I can take them. Let's increase tensions with France. And more money. Perfect. Down deficit down to 1.4 million, and in 2 turns we get the 2 first Weissenburg class. Perfect. Elsass and Brandenburg are put into service, and we immediately turn them into reserve, so we save 500,000 a turn, so a month, which means I can immediately afford another ship, but the design possibilities have progressed too far, so I need to design something new. 14-inch guns is something I want. Definitely not low freeboard. Normal medium weight, that's good. Speed isn't really ideal either. I mean, I have no idea why that design wanted me to do 28,000 tons, probably to make it as cheap as possible, I guess. Let's see. 3.1 million. Armor is actually decent. 8-inch secondaries. What the? Why would they armor it this much? Okay. That's a weird design. Well, I'm not going to do this. And I am willing to go up to 35,000 tons. Can I add another turret? No, I don't think I have more than 1 turret, so more than 4 turrets, right? Yeah, I can't. Okay. So I could make it faster, or I give it 3-inch deck. That gives it more potential for the future. That looks like a really promising change. And can I give it 1 more knot? That would be nice. 21 is like the bare minimum, but 22, yeah, that's good. And I can go down to, I think, 5-inch secondaries. Yeah, secondary armor is far too strong. That would probably allow for 23, actually. Probably 24, but then it's identified as a battle cruiser, is it? No. And I don't have the best torpedo protection. Yeah, really tried to make it cheap. Well, as I found out in the battle against Russia, secondaries can lead to detonations of the whole ship as well. So I guess some armament is needed. On the other hand, of course, if a secondary is blown up, who cares as long as the ship doesn't go up? I mean, if I have 1 6-inch gun less, I don't really care. It's a question. On the other hand, I mean, 5-inch are too weak to withstand a detonation anyways. Withstand a main battery shell. There's no chance of stopping it with 5-inch. So I might go down to 3-inch and then go up to 23. Might actually go 24. Is it a battle cruiser? No, it isn't. 24 is... Oh, damn it. I misclicked and it's starting all over. I hate this. Okay, so let's go up to 35,000 tons again. And in worst case, I can go up 2,000 more. But of course, keeping it smaller saves some money. I definitely want torpedo defense. Yeah, it's back at that stupid 8-inch. 3-inch deck. Now it's 13-inch, okay. Well, that's actually fine by me. Can we go 3.5? Yeah, that would be possible too. So it's actually even stronger. It has even more potential to be usable in the future. Where could I save this? Conning tower? I mean, I don't want to reduce the gun armor. That looks fine. 4-inch deck is insane in this period. We are only at 1911. That's far stronger than needed, but this ship might actually have the potential to be usable because 14-inch guns aren't that bad. Yeah, I think I'll actually leave it like this. Can I make it faster? I can't. Yeah. Maybe with speed? I could. Okay. Could actually go up to 23 if I reduce the secondaries. Now let's leave it at 21. I mean, the other battleships, as we can see here, are 21 as well, so it's uniform in design and in design speed. We have 126 tons left. Probably more 6-inch. Nope. But more 3-inch. Yeah, that looks fine to me. I mean, how much? Yeah, now let's leave it like this. 35,000 is more than enough. Good. More money. And the dock size goes up. That's very nice too. They want to buy secondary turrets. Yeah, secondary they can have. And I take 5 million. That's fine by me. What would you recommend? We should safeguard our interests by negotiating agreement. Now this is a very nice thing. If I do it with Great Britain, it will be really easy because Great Britain has a lot of fleets in the areas where I fight the French, and I have a good chance of having British ships joining me, so let's try this. Yeah, but the tensions were too high. I should have chosen Japan, I guess. But it's not really needed that much. I think I can take on the French on my own. Yeah, I should be able to. 10-13 inch is pretty nice. Let me check though. I can't remember. Do I have better guns? Ah, they're already 0 quality. Okay. They have 9-inch. 9-inch secondaries? Didn't even remember this. This is pretty insane. That's like almost a heavy cruiser bolted to the side. Okay, I need to do something about a lot of ships getting old here. I probably need new cruisers pretty soon as well. Well, new docks, another battleship done, medium range submarines, better 5-inch guns. It's all looking pretty nice. Let's see. French have 12 pre-dreadnoughts still in service. How strong are they? 13-inch. They should be the -2, I think, 13-inch guns. 12-inch. Speed 17 knots, so I can at least outrun them if I don't want fight. Yeah, let's just... Should I scrap them? Shouldn't I? I mean, they don't cost much. I guess I just leave them in reserve in the next war. Then they don't eat up too much. It's 200,000 per month now. Which is a lot, but those ships are at least somewhat useful. They could be somewhat useful if I run out of other ships, but I don't think I'll need them. Yeah, let's build 3 more battleships. Little deficit. Torpedo protection 1 year. I don't think I'm gonna fight the US too soon, so let's sell it. Better 6-inch guns, that's nice. That should help in future upgrades. And other than that, oh yeah, I forgot, I sent all of those here back. A few of them at least. I could mothball them, I guess. A few of them. Were there some in Northern Europe? Yeah, this one, like for instance. And a cruiser. This one can be mothballed as well. Those can't be converted to corvettes. Okay, what is the size of my destroyers, by the way? 900 tons. And I don't have them yet. Thanks for the follow, Hamza. Yep, let's design a new destroyer as well. On the other hand, I can't afford it. I'm still in a deficit. When is the next ship? It's getting close again. I'm always tempted to build too many nice and shiny ships with big guns, which is like in reality. If an admiral, if a navy does it, only builds the big ships, then this will come back to haunt it. So I need to do something now. I need to build 900-ton ships. Yeah, that's the basic. That's why I'm designing it right now. 62 million should last me for at least a couple of destroyers, and if I only build like 5 or 6, those 5 or 6 should already make some difference. Okay, 48 tons. I want to have more torpedoes, so those 4 are like, oh, they aren't symmetric, but 4 is like the bare minimum to me, especially if I already have 900 tons. Yeah, let's go down to 32. That's still fast enough. How much would I actually have to, what would I have to do if I add 2 more torpedo tubes? Like, could take, I don't think a gun would change it. 31, but 2 more torpedoes. That sounds like a decent deal. Yeah, let's do that. French want us to curb our naval programs. Yeah, that would be tantamount to surrender. Disarmament conference, yeah, while I'm building all those ships. And that doesn't sound like a good idea. I mean, it would be, I always like the idea of disarmament conferences, and in regards to the French, I'm stronger. The British, I have no chance competing anyways, even though my tonnage is bigger right now. I actually have the biggest tonnage from battleships. And if we include building as well, yeah, they focus a lot on battle cruisers though. Yeah, let's just increase tension and get some prestige. And now let's do 10? Let's do 12. Good. They sell us 4-inch, yeah, we take better guns, we always take better guns. Hull construction. And I see airships. Airships is nice, actually, because that means recon. I think I want some in Emden, because that's a likely point where I'm facing enemy ships, and let's do another base in Pillau. As unfortunately they have high maintenance costs, it doesn't make sense to put them everywhere, like in every region, and I can always start building them when I expect war with another nation. But in this phase it seems like a good choice to just stick to that and focus on the area where I will face an enemy pretty soon. So the French, I can reduce tensions or I can keep up prestige. Question is, do we want war right now, or do we want to keep building our ships, play our battleship tycoon? I mean, that doesn't cost us anything and I don't need war all the time, so let's just choose that. Airship base, perfect. Now I have double mounts, damn it. As it always is. The moment you start ships and have them done some construction time, you have a significant upgrade. But that's like what they did in reality. So it's a very good representation of reality, that the development continues all the time. And at some point you just have to choose to build what you got now, even though you know there'll be something better, because otherwise you won't have anything at all. Trouble reaching her design speed, that is a very bad event. It wasn't overweight, but that means that they won't reach 26 knots, but only 25, despite having basically paid for 28. That's very unfortunate. But that is a nice battle cruiser now. And the next one is done, and now I already have my surplus. I mean, I basically don't have any tensions with the US, and if they lose Guam, I can't conquer it then. Yeah, let's help them wipe out rebels. Rebels are a bad thing. Tensions are going down. Rebellion is continuing. Kaiser wants a shooting competition. Let's do that one. Hamburg superheater. So and the engines are getting cheaper. All or nothing armor. That is very nice. And it even comes at a point where I haven't just started ships. So I'll be able to design some new ones pretty soon. And by the way, design new ones. Let's open this one. Clear all mounts here. Give them centerline swivel mounts. No, they don't look nice. I mean, it's just optics, but if they're too close together, it doesn't look too good. Can I do a third one? No, I probably can't, but I should be able to do this. 18 tons, so it would be 30 knots now. 30 isn't too fast, but a lot of additional firepower. Or could I do a third center line instead of them? How much does it work? Too many center lines, yes. Okay. So let's take this out, give it 2 additional swivel mounts. Now it can shoot a broadside of 6 torpedoes, which is pretty nice for 1912. Wait, cancel. They need another name though. Okay. And let's build a few of them now. I mean, I usually don't like to convert them into battleships because in the end they are often not designed to have the same staying power as a regular battleship. So if you convert a battle cruiser into a battleship, doesn't seem. I rather keep it as a battle cruiser because then it has a chance of fighting other battle cruisers thanks to the matchmaking. And other battle cruisers usually aren't as well armored. So in this regard, I always try to keep a battle cruiser, and not have it convert into a battleship. Because if we see this here, this thing, even if I add 1 inch of deck armor and some AA on top or something, it still only has 6 12-inch guns, and that's pretty useless. But if I replace the engines, modernize them, the ship might get up to, let's say, 28 knots, and for that it could be used as a very nice commerce radar or to protect for trade protection. And having this ship with 6 12-inch guns as a trade protection ship with 25 knots or 28 knots later in the war basically means you're able to hunt down and overpower every enemy commerce radar, and in that regard it's very helpful. Yeah, I don't know, we'll see. Usually I don't convert them into battleships. Okay, so we have all or nothing armor now. We need cruisers though. Can't stick to building battleships, even though I would like to have more. Let's see, do I even have broad swivel mounts yet? No. Okay. 29 knots, so they are getting fast now. That's good. Let's make it 8,000. We always make it as strong as possible. 1.5 inch deck is more than enough. 4 center line, but it's only 4 6-inch. So we probably should add some more wing guns. Port forward. Is that possible? Yeah, it is. Okay. Forward, aft wing, and starboard port. Yeah, that's a lot of guns now. Okay, yeah. Now let's make it 30 knots. No, we can't. Okay. Yeah, I want my cruisers to have torpedoes though. Yeah, I know. Okay, good. They already, at least they changed it automatically. I don't need secondary guns on them. And could give it colonial service with the rest of the weight in long range. No, I can't. Colonial service. What else could I do? Still more wing guns I can add. Still 141 left, 43 left. Forward aft, forward center line. That's no more wings, and I can't give it more than 4, so I guess more secondary it is. Six additional 5-inch guns. That's nice, I guess. Yeah. Okay, let's design the München class like this. 29 knots. I would have loved to have it 30, but it's more like because it's a round number and it's looking nice. Rebellion in Guam continues. We have the next battle cruiser commissioned and destroyers. Yeah, one of our ships is run aground. We opt for tension and prestige, and we are closing in on war with France again. But I think on this note, when we put those into reserve and order those into mothball, I think it's about time to end the stream and the video. Next time we will very likely face war with France, but I think we are well prepared for that. As we see, far heavier weight. If those ships are finished, I basically have 1/3 additional tonnage to the French in battleships, and in battle cruisers it's half more additional, and they are still building one, even though that one seems almost at 30,000 tons. Yeah, but never mind. And I don't think their cruisers are a big deal. Yeah, it's all old protected cruisers. I mean those with 6-inch guns, 6 10-inch guns. Yeah, well, okay, those are pretty nice, but only 6-inch belt. Anyways, in regards to that, I don't think I have to fear them. In total, I'll have new light cruisers soon, which are very fast and very well armed. If we see this, like, what was that design? I can't see it now, but that was a lot of guns. So I don't think I'll have to fear a lot. New destroyers coming out as well. I don't do the same mistake twice where I forget building light ships because I focus on the strong ones. And yeah, next time we'll see how I crush the French, because I don't think that should be much of an issue. Oh yeah, and we have the Mediterranean. That is another thing we'll need to check. But yeah, see you next time in a war against France. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please consider following or subscribing, and see you next time. Thank you for watching.